What if I told you you have everything you need in life right now to be happy, to be successful, to heal from whatever health challenges you're dealing with? Today, in just 8 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about what it's taken me over 25 years to learn about health and success in life. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about my age, my life experience, healing, and success in life. I think too many of us are constantly constantly looking for success, whatever that means to us, that healing, peace, validation. I spent way too many years trying to earn my worthiness, trying to chase approval, fix myself, heal myself, looking for the next best thing in life. And I'm here to tell you, you need to stop chasing and realize that where you are now is right where you need to be. For many years of my life, I had what you call imposter syndrome. I constantly thought that I didn't deserve to be where I was. Even though I got the degrees, I got my doctorate, I just felt like I was never quite good enough. Like I didn't belong as a professor. I didn't belong where I was. And I wasn't as good as those around me. One of the truths I started to realize is that everybody kind of feels this way, I think. And when I started realizing that I did belong, that I was good enough to be where I was, that changed everything for me. And for me, my spirituality, my faith in God was a big part of that. Because with God, you are enough. With Jesus, you are enough. And that changed my life, and that changed my way of thinking. I started looking at everything that He gave me as a gift, and that He wanted me to be in these positions, that He did love me. And I started thinking a lot in the past couple of years about my healing, my age, constantly chasing after how I could stay younger and more fit. And God threw me into these health challenges in life that really challenged who I thought I was. See, in my life, I really identified as the healthy person. I was the one that people came to all the time for health advice. And when I started experiencing these mystery health symptoms, I started thinking about my own mortality. I started thinking about what my identity really was. But in that process, I started chasing these healing routines and detoxes and supplements, and I was trying to control everything. But I started to realize that your physical health really matters, but what's more important, I think, is your spiritual health. And when I invited God into the healing process and I started asking Him why I was going through some of the things that I was going through, that's when things really started to change for me and started to shift around. My mindset changed, and I realized that God had given me all the things that I needed to heal physically, emotionally, spiritually. And when I made that mindset shift, I started to change. I started to accept where I was in life, and I really started to accept the fact that maybe I would never completely heal. But I knew that I could still have purpose and I could still help others, even in the journey that I was going through. And I started thinking a lot about things like success in life and realizing that success is in the now. Success is in the journey. It's not in the destination. And if you're constantly waiting for the destination, that goal, that thing you're going to achieve, or that thing you're going to arrive at, you're going to be constantly unhappy and unfulfilled. I started realizing that I'm in success right now. I have a beautiful family and a beautiful wife that I can spend time with every day. I started focusing on being more present, focusing on gratitude, and being happy for what I have. And when you're happy for what you have now, you're already fulfilled. Yeah, it's great to keep seeking and trying to achieve goals. That's how we're wired. That's how we're motivated as human beings. But if we're always looking to the next thing and not taking a step back to breathe and focus on what we have in life, we're never going to be truly content or happy. And I think that this plays a big part in our overall health as well. Because when we start being grateful, it's really hard to be anxious, right? When we start being grateful for things and appreciating where we're at in life now, God's going to open up other doors for you in your life. If you're not grateful for what you have now, chances are when you get to that next step, you're still not going to be happy with where you're at. You're still not going to be grateful for the things that you have. And if you think about it, the man who has just the shirt on his back and is so incredibly thankful and grateful for that thing, then he's achieved success. He's so happy with where he is now at that point in his life that it doesn't matter about all those other things. And if we start looking at our challenges and obstacles in life as learning experiences, then we can start to experience true healing. If you're grateful, you already have more than enough. If you're satisfied with what you have, God will give you more. You can have the shirt on your back, you can have peace in your heart, and you can be better off than somebody who has millions of dollars, that's constantly unfulfilled and constantly unsatisfied with life. And one of the biggest things I learned in my health and my healing journey was that you need to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. Think about the oxygen mask principle. They tell you on the airplane, you need to put your oxygen mask on before you should help somebody else. And I've seen this with people my age, people over 40, people that are grinding and hustling so hard. They're type A personalities and they're just trying to achieve so much and be there for their family and work and just so many different aspects of life. But they forget to stop and breathe and just take care of themselves. Take time to be out in nature and enjoy God's world. Take time to be with your family and experience the things that you're working so hard for. Otherwise, what's the point? If you're sick, you're burned out, you're spiritually empty, you haven't been filling your own cup, how are you going to take care of others? And this is a different view on self-care, I think, than many people have. Sometimes we think of self-care as selfish, but self-care is so necessary because it's necessary to help us so that we can serve others. If I had talked to my younger self 25 years ago, I would say, hey, stop and enjoy where you're at. Really appreciate and show gratitude for all the blessings that God has given you in this life. Yes, work hard and achieve and try to get all of those goals accomplished that you want to accomplish. You don't have to have imposter syndrome because you've worked hard to be where you want to be. And guess what? So many people feel just like you. And I would tell myself, you're not behind. You're just where you're supposed to be in life. And God set us all on a different path. Sometimes we compare ourselves to others and we constantly think, I'm not as far along as that person. This person has so much wealth, or this person has so much experience, or they've built this business. But you're exactly where you want to be, and you're learning the lessons that you need to learn in your path right now. I hope this introspection was helpful for you, and I hope that in your life you can stop, take a breath, and be grateful for what you have in life. And I hope that if you're going through challenges, whether they're health challenges or work challenges or family challenges, relationship challenges, whatever they are, that you start looking at them from a viewpoint of learned optimism. And not that you just say that everything is sunshine and rainbows and everything is always going to be good, but you start thinking about, how can I take this challenge and how can I become better? And you embrace the change and the growth that can be happening in your life. Remember, you're exactly where you need to be right now. And if you're grateful for what you have more than enough. And you have people that love you and care about you. And that's one of the most important things in this world. So keep trying to grow, keep trying to develop, keep trying to achieve success, and keep trying to heal. But don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way, because the journey is really the true destination.